I'm going to be talking about grid resilience plans for regulated utilities and how commissions around the country have created those requirements to file resilience plans. So for state energy offices, it's not going to be as much of a focus for my presentation, but there is a key recommendation related to this weather data issue that came up in a couple of questions, and so we should talk about that. And North Carolina is not the only state that has that type of data. I'll show some examples of that and talk about that as well. But state energy offices as well can get involved in grid resilience planning processes as a stakeholder, and they're also working on the state energy security plans, which can align very closely. And so this presentation, while it focuses on what commissions can do mostly, there's still a role and good coverage of best practices related to resilience planning that could be relevant to everybody here. So to start off with, we just really got to look at the fact that 2023 was just a really bad year for weather and climate related disasters. Ended up being the worst on record, and that is inflation adjusted. And that didn't even include any wildfires out west. And so we could just see how it's like a whack-a-mole kind of thing. You see a lot of wildfires out west one year and it makes that the worst year, and then you see a lot of storms and other major disasters that lead to 2023 then being the worst year, including a lot of storms in more of the middle part of the country that we're in here. And this is a problem that expands across the country. All 50 states have been impacted by at least one of these billion-dollar disasters in the past 10 years. Including Hawaii, which had the horrible fire on Maui Island in August. To boot, 2023 was the hottest year on record worldwide. It wasn't the hottest for the US, but it was very close, and we're seeing continued issues with major heat waves and how that stresses the system and leads to major resilience issues.